Hello everyone. Today I'm showing you how I make my own non-fuss journal, and I slowed this part down just a little bit. You see, I made some papers with hinges, and I put glue on one of the hinges, and then I just glue them together like that. So this is one, and then I do the same to the other one, and you can just choose on which way to do it, but I really think that this is a good way to make a quick booklet, as you can see. Yeah, well, just because it is a quick way with no needle, no thread, so oh well, it's how I build my mini albums as well. So, well, one way it is to build a mini album. So I glue all the papers together until they form a book as thick as I want it to be. So I think that these are 8 pages or something. So I wanted to do a journal with papers that I already made. As you can see here, just leftovers or jelly plate prints, or well, random papers that I used paint and inks on. So I am needing to cut them to size, of course. So I took a whole bunch of them and I cut them to size, and then I'm going to use those papers to glue inside the book. It makes the book a bit stronger, and it gives me ready-made backgrounds to work on. So 8 pages, and I needed 2 pages for every page. So I needed to cut several of them, and so I did. I even cut some more. I'm going to make some kinds of ephemera kind of packages with these leftover kind of prints, and just on color or whatever I will think of, just to make sure that I can use them more often and can find them easier. They are in a big pile in my box, and well, I don't use them often enough because they're kind of pretty, I think. So and then I use gel medium to go to glue them in the book. Um, just straighten them out, and I'm not using distress ink to cover the edges or whatever. I'm going to leave it just as it is, kind of like a white book. So as you can see, I am gluing every page. No, I'm covering every page with one of my prints. And that's just a nice way to use up the things that you've made and discarded in your trash box. Now I made a little mistake because I needed to put a cover on, of course. So I pulled back one of the sheets just a little bit so I could fit a little hinge in it. I had a hinge on the other page, on the outside that one, but okay, so I made it, no problem. And then I'm using some cardboard of the box of a Big Shot that I kept. And I am gluing it down just the way I glued the other one down. I use a strong adhesive, of course. You see the scissors, by the way. The scissors are from IKEA. It's cost €3.99, and it works quite well. Just as good, well, yeah, I think just as good as the one from Tim Holtz. And it's, well, it is non-stick. It does stick a little bit with the red tape, but well, if that's the case, I think it's a bargain. Now I'm using some Tyvek envelopes for the binding, as you can see. I could use regular paper, but that will tear if I open and close and open and close. So, and the Tyvek envelope does not tear. I use them for the mini albums as well. And in this case I could just leave them white because it matches the album. So I'm using it to create a nice cover, a nice back for this book, and it opens flat, so I'm very pleased with that. And the Tyvek just moves along with the book. This was planned to go on the cover. I made a mistake on that one as well. You'll see that later. So it was a bit smaller than the cover was, so I decided to paint the edges dark blue, so I could put the paper on the cover. So I put some glue down, and what you don't see is that I put it on, even put a paper on the back, and then I took it off again because I really did not like the way it looked, because you could see the edges of the cardboard, and I really didn't like it. So here it goes on. Oh, I did leave it in. And I did the same on the back. It's a very pretty print, and now I'm lost because I tore it off. You can see I just put it over the edge, and that looked quite nice, but the other edges were undone and really didn't like it at all. So and after I did the back as well, and I didn't like it. So you can see that I tore it off and started again. I took a large paper that I made. This is just leftover paints just put on paper, and then I did the back. You can see that there was the original that was already there, and I changed that as well and put the other paper down, and that way I could create a nicer cover. And then I folded it just like you do a book. And this is just freehand cutting, people. No measuring, whatever. Just do it. Doesn't have to be that neat. It's crooked all the way, but in the end it will be straight. So no need to fuss over it. If you are a person who wants everything to fit and be neat and tidy, you don't need to watch this video because you will get well, frustrated, I think, with the way I do it. So, and I really like the way this turned out. It's just a quick book, and it helps you get rid of things that you have lying around and don't use anymore, and it's your own work, so this book will be entirely yours because everything that you put in it is handmade. So I think that's a nice idea. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I made it. So now and of course I slowed it down so you can see how it looks. Need to do the insides as well. I got an art journal page, this one, that I didn't like. I tore it out of the book, I think months ago, and I thought, well, we're going to use it. Why not go in the inside of the cover? I don't need to work on them anymore. Maybe a bit on that eye that you see there. And this is the back of one. Now, almost done. Need to put them in. And then I'm showing you the end results in just a little bit slow motion. I'm going to show you each page. I really like that one. I should do more with my jelly. These are done ages ago. I got it on my birthday, and then I played with it and didn't play with it anymore. So, and I thought I would use the prints anyway. Hope you like this, and if you do, well, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time when I think of something else to do. Bye bye, everyone.